Off it again, and hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Turbine City. Last time we'd got in all these UK assets. We'd had to pop them in manually. We tried to just use the district and let it all come in naturally, but the game had crashed on us. So we've had to pop all these things in. Took a bit of time, but I think it's worth it. Got a nice new neighbourhood. Some different buildings, mix things up a little bit. People are coming flying in. All the buildings are upgrading. I'm gonna turn on some traffic lights while everybody's coming in. I think when the population growth number drops back down, that'll be an indication that the housing is all full. And we can pop in some normal zoning. Dreaded roundabout traffic lights. Hate that. So we'll go around and try and find them all. Turned off. You can see we've got low educated workers required for low density shops and stuff. As I've said before, I think that problem resolves itself. Those icons disappear over time, so I think they just accept workers who are overqualified after a while. So we'll let them come in. I say we can go ahead and fill out the rest of it with normal zoning. So we're up nearly to the 580,000. We'll get some services over here before we pop in some normal zoning. Yeah, it seems to have evened off. So I think that's our houses all full up. So I'll get a bit of extra fire coverage in. Make sure there's no problems. Got a few areas where we can pop in extra coverage. Make sure everywhere is good. No one has to wait too long for a response from the fire service. Yeah, I've let it run for a bit. Some of the icons are going. So the places are finding employees. I'm going to mess with the field of view settings in the cinematic camera extended. Sort of got the hang of the rest of it. I've not tried this out, so we'll see what difference it makes. So changing the field of view in between shots. See how that affects the progression as we swoop down into our new neighbourhood and have a look. It's definitely interesting. It's like where you see the still cinematic shots that the game generates by itself. Sometimes they're like this. Sort of focused on one thing. It's a nice look, especially at night. You got the street lights on and the soft focus. Yeah, these assets look good. Like these terraced houses. Look quite authentic. bungalows are quite upmarket. posher than the terraces. Yeah, it definitely came with a good mix of stuff. It's a shame we didn't have any high density residential to go with it. Get a nice shot up this main road. Maybe end it here. A little cinematic. Let's play it and have a look. Definitely feels slightly different. It's more like sort of strafing in a game. Definitely changed the feel of the way that the camera moves around. Rather than having it hang at the end, we can maybe add one more shot, but with a higher field of view. Maybe look like that shot from Jaws. You're sort of moving closer but zooming out. Similar sort of effect hopefully. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's more like a helicopter with a camera on it. There's one person flying the helicopter and one person operating the camera. Changed in the field of view. It's an interesting look. I've noticed this street is called Grove Street. Makes me want to go look for some cul-de-sacs. See if we can make it look like the GTA Grove Street. So I found the cul-de-sacs. Has 5 stars. This must be the one that everyone uses. So we'll get subscribed to that. While we're here, we'll get the loading screen mod. That'll show us the assets that we're missing. We'll get the mini FPS booster. We don't necessarily need it, but if we start to get laggy because we're putting in too many assets. No seagulls, we can get this. Again, I don't want to use it. But if we end up at a super high population, interested in this one. I've just come across Zoom It. It's going to increase the range of our zooming in and out. Maybe we can see the whole city without having to go to the sort of tile buying view. The AD cloud enabler, that lets you see moving clouds like they were at sort of version 2 of the game. Not necessary, but we can get it anyway. Change up the look, see how it looks. I like the idea of this as well, but if it's been updated for snowfall, probably means it hasn't been updated since then. I'll turn on these things to try them all out. Get the moving clouds. That replaces the sort of static clouds view. Get the loading screen mod on. We don't need the mini FPS booster, but we'll try it out. See if it looks super smooth or something. I haven't noticed dropping any frames. Hasn't had moments where everything's running really slowly, so I think it's fine. We'll try this randomizing the age that the Sims move in to avoid death waves. We'll try the zoom it as well. We'll change the minimum distance right down and the maximum distance right up. Let's see if we can get a fully zoomed out view of the city. So this is the loading screen mod. When you're loading up your game, showing you how much memory it's using and things like that. When it loads up your assets, it shows you the things that are missing or not working. So it's telling us that our cul-de-sac assets aren't working at all. So our Grove Street plan is out the window. But in our UK district, we're missing loads of things. Seems to be just props and things for the gardens. That's maybe why the game crashed on us. try to load in these things that don't exist. Something like that. I'll go through every time the game crashes or I go to the workshop to get something. I'll try and pick up a few of those things, missing props. So now we can zoom out and see the entire city. Let's look at it from the other side. So this is it from the other side. It's pretty good that you can see everything. Guess we can zoom right in as well. Gonna check out the rocket launch. Now that we've put in enough materials to build the rocket, we're gonna launch it. You can see the lovely rolling clouds with our AD Clouds enabler. So we're going to use the first person camera on the rocket to fly up into the sky. See if we can get a decent view of the city. Kind of just getting a view of this part of the rocket, but we'll get a decent view, I suppose. It's getting a bit glitchy. Come out of that. So we've got the rocket sent off into space. Don't know where it's off to. On a mission to Mars or something. Switch over this little bit of zoning that's complaining. Find any little bits. The offices seem to be fine. Doesn't seem to be a problem with them. So I think if we want to be lazy, we can just change over anything that's not working to offices. Rather than having to think about it too much. It's a shame that rezone is not automatically deleting the buildings, but I guess we can go and delete them. I think if we leave it, they will eventually switch over, delete out, and let the other ones come in. Yeah, just find any complaints and get rid of them. Certainly not as many as there were. Seems to be a problem with the low-skilled workers. Just because we've got the Hadron glider on. But in my experience, that does go away. Don't know if they either deal with having less staff, or if they just accept they're going to have highly educated people doing low-skilled jobs. We allocated a lot of farming squares to try and unlock that unique building, probably more than the other industries. So it's fair that some of that's complaining. They don't have enough customers. Can easily get those things, those areas switched over. Get some offices in. As I say, there seems to be no complaint coming from the generic offices. Gonna get this rest of this tile all filled out, get some zoning in. It's gonna be a lot easier, more straightforward than manually putting in the buildings. Demand master on, just get everything flying in. So give us room for plenty more citizens to come in. Hopefully we can work our way up towards the 600,000 mark. As I've said, when I've done it before, managed to get it up to 600,000 or 700,000 for all the problems with the game sort of forced me to give up on it. Start the simulation again. So we'll see how we go. All this stuff's gonna come flying in. Hopefully that's gonna turn around our decline in the population growth. I haven't put in any childcare or elder care over here, but we've got so many in the city. Don't think we need to necessarily get one in immediately. I think it does have an effect, helping the population grow, helping people stay around longer. So it's all coming flying in. Let it all grow through. We've still got room over in Sports Monkey Heights as well. Get that filled out. Gonna get them some fun things over here. KFC, like this sunken plaza. Get this in a couple of places. Make sure they've got an incinerator nearby. Pick up all their rubbish. Their coverage is generally pretty good. We do have that monument, the recycling plant, that's supposed to help us out. We do have one brown building over here. Get another incinerator. Try and help them. Get the plaza in. Still got a couple of hotels that are complaining. Hotels and sort of boutique shops, tourist stuff. Where we switched things over for offices before, those buildings still haven't deleted yet. So it's definitely taken ages. Same over here, they haven't switched over for the offices yet. Don't have to go in and manually delete them all, but the icons are annoying, so we'd rather get rid of them and get a better representation of what still needs to be done. Maybe extend this medium road to chop this area up a little bit more. We can maybe get another unique building in here. See if we can find something that fits. Let's try this. Oh yeah. Perfect fit. It was meant to be. Could maybe de-zone another little bit of it and switch over for offices. Changed over, delete the complaining building. Over here, this strip on the main road looks like a bit of generic industry that we've missed. So just do the same thing. Switch over the zoning, get some offices in. Getting better, little bit by little bit. We'll have to move around some of the Industries DLC stuff, I think. Get rid of all those icons. Get those things working a little bit better. But generally, we're getting there. on the mission to get it all properly balanced. Drop down a save. Turn off these cul-de-sac things, but we can just unsubscribe from them really if they don't work. Don't know why they're not working. We got 5 stars, but oh well. Yeah, you can search through the assets with a little search bar at the top. It helps when you've got all these assets, now that we've got so many. So I've tried out the AD Cloud Enabler. I don't think we really need it. I want to turn things off that we don't necessarily need. Helps avoid crashing. I did do most of that twice. I did it all once and then the game crashed on me. I had to go back and do it again. Zoom it as well. Like it works for a few minutes. Then when you go to zoom out fully, it stops letting you go past the normal threshold, which is suspicious behaviour. Did that before crashing, so we'll get rid of that. It's nice to see the whole city all at once, but we don't really need it. So I found 6 out of the 76 props that we're missing. As I say, I'll go in every time I'm sort of forced into the workshop. And then I'll try and find the extra props, and hopefully that'll cause us less problems. I think it's more mods conflicting and things that cause the crashes. Usually when you overload on assets, it just slows everything down and you get a really poor frame rate. It's usually just it's eating up all the RAM, displaying all the assets. Move some of the things in our secondary oil industry area over here, away from the houses. Just in case there's any ground pollution still making its way over there. Like I say, I think I'm going to rework a lot of this. We'll see how well things are working down at the harbour. Shipyard seems fine on its own, just for the imports coming in from the ships, so can maybe move 1 or 2 of the unique factories down there. Maybe we won't need the industries areas over here anymore. Maybe get rid of this Market Square altogether. If not, we can maybe spread the load. It'll give us more room to move things around and try and get it working again. Still need to do my homework on the Industries DLC. There's obviously a few elements of it that I'm not grasping, which make it all work perfectly. I'll get to that. So with the warehouses all set to balance, they should be 50% full. And it's minus the amount that's being taken out by the shipyard. And they're all doing fine. Got more than enough materials going in to keep themselves level while still providing the shipyard, so we definitely can move some of the unique factories down towards the seaside. And we can maybe reduce the Industries DLC stuff we've got in. So I've let it run till we get up to the 590,000. I could drop down a save. We can call it a day. Time is not on our side. Come back next time and see if we can get all the way up to the 600,000. Until then, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.